Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Technology Toolbox resource website. This is an online technology toolbox for teachers to be able to find instructional technology tools that they can use to integrate into their lessons and unit plans to really enhance and enrich their lessons with technology tools. Oftentimes, it can be hard to identify what tools to use for a particular subject matter or grade level, as well as what tools are approved by the district. So this website will serve as a great resource to help you identify those tools, as well as give you some great resources around how to use those tools and suggested subjects that we believe those tools apply to, as well as the grade levels that they are built for. So if you're watching this video, congratulations, you've made it to our homepage, and this is what our homepage looks like. And you'll see here on the bottom, there is an icon key. So as we start going through the different tools on our site, we'll notice that there's different icons next to the tools. And those icons represent the suggested subjects that we believe the tool can be applied to. Again, it's called a suggested subject because they're simply suggestions. You can apply any of our tools to your lessons or units as you see fit, but these are just some suggestions to kind of give you an idea of where to start and where to look. So we can see that if we see an icon such as this book with an A in front of it, that tool would probably be geared more for ELA lessons, where if we saw something, let's say like the schoolhouse, maybe that tool is geared more towards fundamental skills. On the site, the most important part is going to be this navigation bar that's located on the very top here. And you'll see that there are links to the different school levels that we have within our district. So we have elementary schools, middle schools, and high school tools that are all listed here. In addition to that, we have a submit a tool link and all tools. So let's get started by taking a quick look at one of our school pages. On the elementary school page, and all the pages, whether it's the middle school or high school, are built the same. You'll see that the different grade levels that are within those schools in our district are listed. And under those grade levels are a list of the tools that are currently approved that we feel apply to that grade level. Again, we can see that here are the icons from our icon key on our homepage next to each of our tools. So we can see, for example, that Boom Cards is a tool that would really benefit in fundamental skills, as well as some ELA and some math. And we can see that that tool is geared for first to third grade levels learners. And each of our schools have similar pages where the tools are listed and their respective icons are listed. Now, what you'll notice is that sometimes you'll find that tools may be listed in multiple grade levels. So, for example, Khan Academy here is listed as a 9th grade tool, but it's also listed here as a 10th grade tool, an 11th grade tool, and a 12th grade tool. So again, these are just suggestions that we have identified this tool to best fit into, but you are not forced to stick to those suggestions. If there's a particular tool that you are looking for, you know for a fact the name of the tool and you're not sure if it's approved or not, you can simply click on the All Tools link here, and this will show you a listing of all the tools that have been approved and listed on this website. It's important to keep checking back here because as we continue to approve and add tools to the site, they'll be added to this page as well as categorized into their particular grade levels that we feel they apply to. Each tool has the icons that we feel the subject matter best applies to. A link to that tools page. On the All Tools page, a listing of the grade levels that we feel apply to it, as well as a short description of each tool, just to kind of give you a quick overview of what that tool is. So let's take a look at BrainPop Junior. When we click on BrainPop Junior, it brings us to the tool page. All of our tool pages are formatted the same and follow the same structure, again with the icons of the suggested subject matters appearing here, the name of the tool here, as well as a link that takes you directly to that tool. Underneath that, you'll have a image that kind of just shows you the logo of that tool, so you know that you're on the right site and you're using the right tool, and a little overview of what that tool is. Some tools will have a kind of like an overview video that kind of explains what the tool is in a video format to kind of give you a good idea on if this is a tool that you want to use. Underneath that, you have a pedagogy, and SAMR section. So in this section, we talk about the tool as it relates to the different learning styles and pedagogies that are available, as well as how that tool falls into the different layers of the SAMR model. So this is really good to kind of get a good idea on how you can justifiably use this tool and apply it to the different learners that you may be having in your class. Underneath that, we have suggested uses and a case study for each tool. So each tool, we kind of give a little suggestion on how we feel the tool can best be used, as well as the grade levels that it applies to. And we also talk about a highlighted use case. So for this tool, our first, second, and third graders in our elementary schools are using BrainPop Junior. And we talk about how they're using that tool. So you can get a good understanding of not just how we suggest to use the tool, but how it's actively being used within our district. Underneath that, we have the tutorial section, and you'll find that there are videos, sometimes resources and guides based on what's available for that tool to help you get along with actually implementing the tool. If the tool requires technology to assist you in getting access, there'll be a link to request access where you'll be redirected to our technology help desk to go ahead and request access. Again, if you find a tool, but you don't see it listed on the site, you can always submit a tool. And this will allow you to fill out this Google form here of the digital learning request, where you can fill out all the pertinent information as it relates to the tool. And then this will actually go ahead and begin the process of getting that tool approved. So this will go to our curriculum department, where the curriculum director will actually review that tool for its educational value, and then it'll go to the technology department to make sure that it's in compliance with all of our technology policies. So this main menu navigation is kind of going to be your go-to in terms of getting around the site and finding a tool. But you can also always click on the search icon here and actually search for a tool. So if we wanted to search for Wii Video, as an example, we can go ahead and do that, and we can see that there is a tool for Wii Video available. And we can pull up that tool, and we can see here are icons that relate. So this is a technology tool. It looks like this is a visual arts tool. It looks like this tool could be used for history, and this tool can be used for ELA classes. Again, here's a description of the tool, some pedagogy and SAMR explanations, some suggested use cases, as well as a highlighted use case. So this tool in particular, we can see is being used by our high school history class to create news report style videos. So that's pretty cool. And then, of course, as noted before, you have tutorial videos that are available to kind of help you get using this tool, as well as if there's any resources you can see here, they'll be listed. So for even further learning, we can click on the Wii Video Academy by clicking here, and that'll take us to the Wii Video Academy to kind of see the resources that are available directly from Wii Video. And that is how you use the Technology Toolbox. I hope you find this very useful in finding and implementing tools for your classroom.